Everyone, and welcome back to our Sisters Who Make Waves Season 3, our Ride the Wave Season 3 podcast. We'll be talking about episode
8.
It's been going on for a long time, but we're talking about episode 8 for preparing for the next set of performances after the last round. And we'll be discussing how we feel about the new songs that they're going to perform and the little tidbits about that. Aneesa, what do you think?
I'm looking forward to it. Cyndi and Jessica are the same team for one of the rounds, so yeah. I'm really looking forward to that.
The 2 versus 2. Yeah, that was that. I'm looking forward to that. I feel bad for Jessica, but I know she's going to do fine. She's like, everyone's like, oh, the Chinese, this and that. I'm like, but if the people on Girls Planet can do it, I think she'll be just fine. And it's not her first rodeo. Like, they recorded a whole, like, 4 albums in all Japanese. So this isn't her first rodeo,
They recorded Chinese songs too when she was in the group.
Yeah. So she's, she knows how to maneuver making content in other languages. She just has to study, like all of us, So I think she'll be fine. Not enough Rose this episode, but her blonde wig was cute. I like that.
We got a little snippet of her. It was cute when they did the little sports event thing.
Yeah, that was cute.
It was cute because she was like, I can't, they don't have anything for me here. And then right after saying that, she got into a split. I was just like, girl, well, there's your moment. She's like, I'm flexible.
Well, you know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
She's the star. Do you want to share the little thing you heard on Weibo or no?
What thing?
About her leaving the competition.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it was one of our commenters. They told me that I don't know if she's officially leaving, but she definitely wants to leave. And it seems like she implied that she left already. So I don't know if this next episode is her last performance or if that means it's like, because I don't know how far ahead they are. So I don't know if it might be like the following performance is her last one.
If you sign a contract, like you have to, I'm not going to tell her what she does. She's been in the industry, but if you sign a contract that says like, oh, I'm going to, like, if I do this program, I'm going to be a part of it for, this long. So I guess she's just like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to that park and sing my songs.
Or maybe she just didn't think that she would last this long.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, because honestly, if I were to go into a competition like this, my first thought would be it's a popularity contest. I'm losing, but I'm gonna enjoy the time that I'm here,
I don't think she thought that people were gonna like receive her as they did. And I think that just took her by surprise. But she's my favorite. So it saddens me she doesn't want to be there, but I'm sure it's a lot of work.
And she gave us great stages. So
yeah, I can't be mad.
Something.
I can't be mad, but I think it's a lot of work. And I'm sure they're being treated very well, but at the same time, like, I'm sure for her, I guess from her like experience and how long she's been in the industry, I'm sure she's like, all this work, she might not think is being fairly compensated for all the effort, especially at her not putting. Well, yeah, it's true. But at her age, she's like, oh, this is a lot. Yeah.
How do you feel about the new, the season 1 and season 2 contestants coming back?
Yeah.
I guess you didn't watch the show, so for you, it's just more. It's just like guest stars.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this girl with short hair. She's like, I'm going to show my handsome wilds. I'm like, all right, girl. Shout out to that. Her.
Well, because I watched season 1, so I know the 3 ladies from season 1. Yeah, and she, Lacey Danny, she was one of the ones who made it to the final lineup. And she was one of my favorites that I was hoping to get in. Gia also made it, but Gina isn't one of the girls who made it in the final lineup.
But they invited her back.
Yeah, they still brought her back. I think she's just one of the popular ones. She wasn't my personal favorite. I actually liked a few of the other girls, but that's fine. And they couldn't invite Faye because she's booked and busy with her
other things.
Yeah, that boring dance competition show.
Yeah, but they're there.
Those season 2 girls look like Instagram models.
When they put the 2 photos together, I was like, huh.
Yeah, like these are completely different vibes.
They had an idea for that season. They had a concept.
And you know what? That season, a lot of people were complaining that people were only there to gain popularity. And I'm just like, I can see
That's
that.
what that whole show's about.
No, but like, so season 1, it was like performers and actresses. Like, just look at those 3 girls or 3 women compared to season 3's or season 2's 3 women. They look like, I'm an influencer. I'm an Instagram model. I'm literally here to gain fame, not to perform, not to sing, not to dance, for fame.
It feels like the guy who made season 1 of Produce had a Chinese cousin, and he's like, but for grown men.
Yeah.
But grown men that likes grown women.
Yeah. Gosh.
if the season 1 was for healthy, this one is the decadent.
Sick.
No, not this. Yeah, you're right. That's season.
This is actually healthy.
This is actually the other one. Anyway, yeah, they were dancing. They were doing their thing. Well, what was I about to say? Sitar seemed like she was doing everything. It seemed like she was main rapper, main vocal, main dancer, main this, main that, and everyone was like,
and in 2 performances.
Yeah, and they're like, we want to help, and I'm like, girl, this is her bread and butter. This is how she pays the rent and pays her mortgage.
Yeah,
you know, so she's gonna wanna like. I feel like her and Jessica are competitive in very different ways. And speaking of Jessica, it was cute when they're like, you can't get your backup dances unless you say it in Chinese.
Yeah. That was a cute moment. I like how she was like, this song sounds old, so we're going to make it sound young and more poppy.
And she cut up that one girl. She said, it's giving me grandma. It's giving me old woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, looking at her, I'm like, this woman's almost there. So it's not that, it's not if our leave you giving this woman who's like, maybe in her 40s, you know, she's already settling into auntie energy. So, but she made the correction. That was cute.
Yeah.
I don't think many people really stood out for me, except Jessica, Sitar, and Cyndi.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I have my favorites, but at least in this episode, they were just there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for Kelly because she was like in tears when like, I think 1 or 2 of the women of her team left. So she was like, she was done at the beginning of this episode. She was just
was she on Rose's team?
Yeah, she was like,
yeah, they showed that flashback. And they're like, why do we keep losing? And I'm like, I don't know either, because at least that song, I felt that they performed the best song and had the best performance of the night. But I don't know what the audience sees. I don't know. From my seat, I'm like, yeah, you know, so I don't know. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
We're both like, we're ready for the stages. Yeah, give us the stages.
I actually like this behind the scenes content. The only reason why it feels kind of dry now is because usually in shows like this, we can participate and vote, but they like cut the online voting out. And I think that's how they're getting around the ban on idol shows pretty much.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, dun, 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 dun. We need that back.
Yeah. I appreciate that they showed us this behind the scenes stuff and including like sports events before like these women are eliminated.
Yeah, at least
and before they get into it. Yeah, because like I remember in Girls Planet, remember that one episode, like it was the eliminations, and then we saw like pretty much all the eliminated girls doing their sports thing after the fact. And I'm like, why would you guys show this after? That's stupid.
It was poor taste.
It was.
I feel like Girls Planet had the only thing, and maybe because we've created characters for those girls, was when they all went and did different like missions. Why did I had too much fun with the girls that went to eat like sushi and sashimi at Dahyun's mom's house. Or this is not a Girls Planet. They you know what? They live in our head rent free and we can't escape. Anyway, they should have had one of those episodes for this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be nice. It'd be nice to see Rose changing wigs, like a kind of variety episode.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they do it before the finale, so that way we can have like a little.
Yeah, I wonder when the finale is. Like, aren't they getting tired of performances back to back?
They need to cut these women because it's like there's still quite a lot of them.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot, but like the final group never promotes for more than like 6 months.
So in reality, it's better to just do the show than to get in.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're dragging it on and eliminating like one and one and one, you know? Because if I remember right, in season 1, they eliminated like 3 to 5 women in one, like after one performance, you know?
Oh, dang.
They went straight to it. They didn't waste no time. This show, they're like, okay, we realize you guys don't actually care to debut. You just want to perform. So here are the stages.
And then they're like, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about the songs?
I have to see the stage because I'm starting to realize it that you're right when you're like, you can't judge off the demo. You just have to see the stage. Because
there's sometimes the demo isn't as good as the live stage, and sometimes the live stage isn't the demo. Because remember, 11, the demo sound great, and then the people that sung it didn't sound like the demo singer, so it didn't sound good. Mm-hmm. But then it's like when we heard late the beautiful woman or beautiful lady, we're like, okay, you know, that's all right. And then you put Rose on the chorus, and I can't do her voice. Sorry, I can't go that high. I apologize, but that first off,
she was great.
She was great. I wish I could go that high. It was dun 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 dun. That's the rhythm. That's the melody. But I was trying to do her little sexy, her sirens call, and I just got caught up. But she's like that. What sold the song? I'm going to say this again, and I'll scream this on the mountaintops. Wild Rose got robbed from the first round, and I'll never get off my soapbox until I get reparations because it was this perfect.
So this is what I'm starting to think now. Mm-hmm. I think that they're making a story for Kelly for her to debut in the final lineup, because you know how in the produce shows they always like think about how they made a story for Diane so that she could get her boost at the end. I think Kelly's story is that she's just going to keep like getting beat up as a loser. I mean, you know,
and then she's going to have her win and then have a high trajectory. Like she's going to be on an incline from henceforth.
Yes, exactly.
But remember when I called, I was like, you're like, I don't see Diane in this group. I said, look, they done invested too much time in her already. I don't know how she's getting up in here. Yeah. I don't know what she's going to do, but she's getting in here somehow.
You said that day one. You were like, I know she's getting in. I don't know how they're going to do it, but Mnet will find a way.
I was like, I don't know, but I'd rather just get on the bandwagon now.
Yeah.
So that way it doesn't take me much energy. So when she is in the group, I already accepted it.
I know that they want Kelly in this group too, because sometimes you just have to look at who are they putting in the ads.
Right.
And Kelly gets a lot of ads.
Was that the one she was drinking the milk in the episode today?
I think, and she was like walking around the kitchen and she like did a cute spin.
That was a high production commercial. I was like, where y'all got time? All right, yeah, sing this song and I do this dance. So come on to this back room so we can make this commercial real quick. Are you good? Now eat that rice that we got over there and a little meat and sit there and we're going to film you eating it and talking to that trainer, that person. It's pretty. I can see why Rose is like, I just want to go home and take off one of these wigs, put on another one, like, and go home. Like, I'm sure she's just, when she goes home, I don't know if she married. In my head, she married. And I feel like she's like, yeah, they done tired me out. Put on her bedtime wig and go to bed. So I'm sure it's exhausting. That show looks exhausting. I feel like it's not pressure in terms of like debuting or not, like Mnet survival show for these trainees, but it's pressure in the sense of you have like, it feels like you got 5 or 6 pots on the stove and everything's on high and you got to make sure you manage and check all that. And that's why Jessica was saying like it's a lot. Like I'm having to work double time. But I think for some of the women that aren't used to it, I'm sure it's very stressful. Like Jessica's used to, like they were performing in Madison Square Gardens, like they were the headliners, like they performed in a Tokyo Dome. So they She knows.
I mean, they would perform like in Korea and then fly to Japan the same day for another performance type of busy.
So she knows how it is. That's why she's a good leader. But the other women who are actresses and comedians and whatever, like this is new for them. So my hat off to them. That's all I really have to say. This was a cute episode.
Yeah, same.
I don't have much. I feel like we have more to say each time with the performances. I feel like I have more drive to watch the performances and then go back and watch them again just to like see if I missed something. But yeah. How dare they eliminate the women from the Beautiful Woman and not eliminate those two terrible dancers from that red team that were off and everyone was doing and they couldn't. They were off. I will never let them sleep for that.
Yeah, she shouldn't have got eliminated. That team should have won, but you know what? It's okay because no one's careers are really on the line.
So. It's just out of principle.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say before I go talking about Wild Rose again.
Yeah.
I would love to see her live. Go to whatever park she's performing to. She seems like she's always performing in somewhat open space in a nice, comfortable outfit. Oh, I'm a fan. Who do we think you are? But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into our podcast. We love you guys so much. If you have any comments or any thoughts about this episode, please leave them in the comment section below. What are you guys looking forward to for the next episode? Who do you think will come out on top? Who do you think will be in the bottom? Or like compared to the remaining performances, who do you think will win against each other? Who surprises you so far? Who do you think, here's a good question for comment section. Who are you surprised is still here? Who did you think was going to get eliminated early on who's still here? I'm curious. But until then, we love you guys so much and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.